All right, all right. Microphone check.
Check, check.
We here. Welcome back to another episode of Knicks Morning Coffee. I'm your boy Joe Cool with my partner, Mr. King.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be a long wait still. 2 more days.
Yeah, that's right. Tuesday.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tuesday.
So it's for sure Tuesday.
I guess so.
Uh,
Tuesday, and then I think Thursday.
oh, well, we could wait. As long as they up there practicing, getting themselves together,
Mm.
we could
Get
wait.
a microphone check. All right. We good. It looks like OG will be back.
It's official.
I don't think it's official, but they're saying he practiced and everything. So
Oh, all right. I know the other day I saw it. I think it was Friday practice.
Mm.
He did practice, then he did light work on the side,
Mm.
working with the trainer.
Mm.
Yeah, if he's ready, put him out there. That's what I say.
Yeah, now he got to be able to start.
Oh no, yeah. For one, if for nothing else, for the rotations,
Mm.
keep the rotations intact.
Mm.
So hey, I'm with that. Shoot, just like I was telling you earlier, I seen a highlight the other day of Mitchell Robinson,
Mm.
and if he only went by that highlight,
Mm.
and that was just from this year and last year,
Mm.
you would think Mitch was an NBA star. The way the way they put them clips together.
Mm.
If you only saw that, you would have said, "Damn, who this guy?"
I mean, I feel like he is an NBA star.
I'm talking about the way I'm talking about full-time offensive.
Mm.
The way he was dunking on people and grabbing rebounds, and you would have thought, shit. Which to me, we should try to use Mitch like that, next year.
Yeah, I don't know if they're straight away from that because he get hurt so much. Maybe they can't do that, or maybe we just got too many weapons on the court for just to even get that in the rotation. I don't know how.
But that's coaching, because again, I'm gonna go back to. I know people get tired of talking about the past, but I gotta go back to the Showtime Lakers or the mid '80s Celtics.
Mm.
They use all 5 of their guys' offensive repertoire.
Mm.
Whatever it was, they used it.
Mm.
So it's a way coaches got to figure out how to get everybody involved and get them in there.
Mm.
Same way same way OG figured out how to get his shot within the offense.
But he can shoot, go to the hole.
Yeah, but when
it's not fair for Mitch because he got to kind of get it in the post.
I know, but why Toronto didn't use OG like that? OG came here and expanded his game because he wasn't allowed to do some of the stuff he's doing now.
True.
So somebody, if God forbid Mitch ever leaves us, somebody getting themselves a hell of a player, and they're gonna take advantage of that. I know Mitch ain't on our thing today, but I could throw out that I've been seeing the rumors, and there ain't nothing but the rumors, people talking about Sacramento maybe making a high pitch for Mitch. But that could be a play to up his salary because Mitch is due to get a bump in salary.
I mean, how many more years we got him?
No, this summer he's a restricted. I think he's restricted, so we would have to match any offer somebody give him. And see, for us, we may not value his offense, but for somebody who has a running gun team, they will value his running the floor. They'll maybe sacrifice him being out a couple games. So I'm ready when you're ready.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Knicks Morning Coffee. 2 weeks in a row, early in the morning with the actual coffee.
No Hennessy, it's been a while.
It's been a while. None of that, no beer. We here. It's hot outside, 83 degrees. Your boy's sweating, but we ain't turning on that air conditioner yet. You know what I'm saying? We keeping that bill down. You hear me?
We're gonna die in the studio.
First topic of the day. Cleveland and Detroit still going on. So what's more important? Home court advantage or renewing a rivalry? So we don't really got a choice. But what do y'all feel more comfortable with?
I know. You see, this how I feel about that. It's 2 things. One, we know the people want to see us in Detroit. It's gonna make for great TV. It's gonna make for, building some type of legacies. But then you got to also look at for the Knicks, and I want Detroit too. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, when you put it in the hindsight, it's too much at stake for us to just only wish for it to be Detroit, because we're chasing history and we chasing legacy. So to have home court advantage and win the NBA championship with that type of opportunity, even if it went to a game 7, that's the type. I mean, the rivalry, that's what people remember 50 years later. You know, the rivalry is why John Starks is making all these rounds, you know, doing television and podcasts, because people remember the rivalry with the Bulls. They remember the dunk. They remember, you know, this bad shooting in game 7. So that's there, but there's no championship behind it. But home court advantage, that's huge for us. So I had to even rethink the way I was looking at it. You know, yeah, we want Detroit. Yeah, we want to prove we the big dogs on the block. But if it goes 7.
Yeah. And now that I think about it more, at first I was telling everybody when I was being asked, what do you want more? In my mind, I want Detroit. And it wasn't even really because of the rivalry. It was because my theory about us having better or more big men than the other team. You know what I mean? So the way Detroit's playing and struggling this series is due to how I think they were talking about how Durant is not even getting the same looks he was getting. And due to that being how Cleveland has those 2 bigs. But now on the flip side, we had Cleveland number because though they got 2 bigs, defense for some reason still is not as strong with Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's like they're the last line of defense on Cleveland, and that's probably why we have their number. They don't really like being that physical. Harden don't really play defense like that.
He don't play defense at all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I say like that, like he do get them lane steals and all that kind of stuff, and I guess so. So now it's like I'd rather have home court advantage and being able to, you know, outplay my other people that we played all year long. And usually that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep the same energy I have for other teams that had our number all season long, and we saying we could beat them.
Yeah, we definitely feel like we could beat Cleveland. Cleveland is a formidable foe. Nobody taking nothing away from them. But yeah, they're big guys. As great shot blockers that they are, they tend to lose themselves in the game. And then you get Donovan and then Harden taking over the shots. That limits some of their big men, especially once you added Harden. Now they finished 5 and they finished in 5th place. So nobody can take nothing away from their run. But yeah, we know that their big men will get lost, as great as their big men can be. But Detroit, on the other hand, they represent something. Now, Duran hasn't having his great success in the playoffs. And to me, part of that, and I haven't watched a whole lot of their games, but the teams that run, they can't lay that wood on you. What they're trying to do. So, no, my God, Joey, there you go.
Yo, Lizzie, he's starting.
They can't hit you.
You get one more.
Yeah, they can't hit you the way they normally accustomed to hitting you, slowing you down,
right,
and getting to the hole. You ain't got no fear because you're running. So that takes their big men out of the game. But for us, we'll get dragged into a low post play. You know, so to me, the topic is it's important because we're going to get sucked into the rivalry. And the rivalry is Detroit. But hell, you can't tell nobody if I can't get home court advantage, I don't want home court advantage. For nothing else but for the city.
I mean, the crazy part is it's just not up to us. We got to mentally, well, not even us, you know, the Knicks, got to mentally be ready for whatever they get, because you're either going to get a high-scoring game. And I don't know, do we play Cleveland pretty well on defense? And I think that's what Cleveland's struggle is with us. You know what I mean? Like we defensively hold them well. But I don't even remember.
No, they
long ago. I can't even remember what even Harden did.
Their big men generally play us pretty good. It's just that through the course of a game, they get lost because of the offense takes over, things like that, and you start running, then they're not the same type of a team. But Cleveland plays us, they play us good. But we just overpower them at times. Because we too big. But as far as driving to the lane, our guys looking over their shoulder. Allen ain't shit. He ain't no joke. Come to blocking shots. So it's not an easy series. Nobody can look at Cleveland if that was the case and say, oh my God, it's automatic. I mean, I think the win should be automatic, but it's not. You got to play.
Yeah, and I think, and what's funny, as Knicks fans, this is what we're struggling with right now. Last episode, we said that we ain't never looked this good. You know what I mean? In a long time. If ever in my time, like that's what makes it so scary. You know what I mean? So it's like we could take on anybody right now.
Well, you
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you want Detroit? Detroit had a number all year. The rivalry will be good because of Knicks versus Detroit and how it goes and the physicality. The big guard versus the small guard. They're saying the small guard can't do it, and Jalen Brunson and Cade Cunningham is like the future of these new big guards. But then you have Cleveland, which got the regular size guard, and on paper they look amazing. But we had a number all year. So, but the Knicks playing this good, it's like it don't even matter.
Yeah, but when you say we haven't done this in your lifetime, what we haven't done is sustain it for this amount of time in a long time. But you remember the 2013 season, the 54-win season with Melo, J Kidd, and we seemed like that team was unstoppable. And then look what we ended up running into in the second round. Ran into a wall. Which I ain't gonna go into my old theory. I'll say that again for another day. But that team looked like it was destined. Now that team was still, if it advanced,
but we still had
go
injuries
against Miami.
Yeah, but we still had injuries. We still had inconsistency.
No, remember,
this is the first time there's
injuries.
Listen, the injury right now is we talked about when we first came on is OG not showing if he was going to be available or not. Right. Other than that. That's it. This year, that's it. Everybody's playing at a high level. We shooting at a high level.
That's what you mean. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like
definitely that.
It look like if we play like this, the Jalen Brunson and Cat connection, all these things put together, and we doing this for how many games straight?
Yeah,
maybe like 4 games straight, a whole series. But like that's crazy.
No, in that sense, yeah, because we have we got a 7.
When the last time we swept a team?
Listen, it's a lot to be said, about this squad, and this squad is going to go down. See, it's going to go down as one of the greatest Knicks teams.
No, we gotta say that.
All right, but it's reasons. There's asterisks on that to me, so we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Matter of fact, if you're just tuning in, let us know what's more important to you guys. We don't have a choice. The cards going to fall as they land. Is it a home court advantage, or is it going to be the rivalry with Detroit? Now, don't be going over there to Detroit acting crazy like I did in Philly.
Well, see, that's another thing too. See, in the Midwest, we don't carry that same cliche as we do in our Eastern Conference, going up and down, the East Coast, down the bottom. We, other than Boston, maybe Orlando a little bit. We don't got the home court advantage on the road like we do in the Midwest. We don't have that.
Yeah, Atlanta, we had it.
Yeah, all up and down the East Coast, going up, down, we got it. But when you go Midwest, we don't. It's not the same. You don't go into Milwaukee and Chicago and Detroit and Indiana. You don't go there because the Midwest love their basketball. That's like they talk about New York basketball, but the Midwest, that's like the hot bread of basketball. Indiana, Kansas, places like that. So when we go in Detroit, we on the road. Ain't no doubt about it. And they got their own legacy in Detroit that they fight. So
I think we're ready for the challenge, no matter what.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt.
What they say, with the chips land, how the old school players say. Nah. All right, next topic. Kendrick Perkins said if Brunson gets a ring in New York, he will be the greatest Knick of all time. And crazy behind Stephen A. He agreed. And now, do we all agree with this? What is y'all take? You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Go ahead, because it's oozing out you. So go ahead.
Yeah, I had to get the take. This take was crazy. Will Brunson be the greatest Knick of all time if we get a ring this year with the Knicks? And I struggle with that thought because I'm not an analytic guy, but I had to think about who would have been or who is the greatest Knick.
It's only one greatest nigga of all time.
See, before you answer, I'm just gonna
go ahead.
say it's Patrick Ewing, right? In my head, right? Or if we all agree, it's Patrick Ewing. 15 years with the Knicks, 13 consecutive playoff runs with the Knicks. But there's no ring. He's on the dream team though, because how I feel about rings is, you know what I mean? You gotta, it's like luck with skill, with everything gotta line up. So now Brunson is just too early for me to say, even with run ring, that he would be the greatest Knick of all time. Would it be in the conversation? Yes. You know what I mean? 1 through 5, and depending on how this go, 1 through 3. OKC done did it last year, and they looking like they're on pace to do it again. You verse OKC, you beat OKC, you get a ring first time in years with the Knicks. At the level you've been playing at, you've been in the playoffs, now going on how many times? You only not been in there once. I know it's probably gonna be. I know your chest is beating.
Nah.
But you're in the conversation. So you said before, greatest team, Knick team of all time. If they get a ring this year, maybe. Maybe. Not greatest. I can't give Brunson just to one player because Towns is playing at a high level. Depending on how long this Knick team stay together. Listen, y'all, the OGs got some lot of thinking to do.
I ain't got no thinking to do. Brunson is incredible.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm not beating, because I don't want to seem like it's putting old against the new. But
I mean, because the old head, Stephen A is, you know what I mean?
I ain't nobody caring about damn Stephen A. No Knicks.
You know what I mean? Kendrick Perkins is a Celtic.
Yeah.
So for him to bring it up, they the OG.
Listen, every year in every sport, when somebody's doing something good, the commentators always say, "This is the best I ever seen." Right? They say that every single year for anything. But you trying to tell me, yeah, it's about winning championships, but it's also about legacy. And if Brunson if he can get anywhere near, and I love Brunson, so I'm not even going into an argument with anybody about who is what. But if his legacy can get anywhere near what Patrick, we ain't even talking about Clyde, because that was something, I was a little kid when they was winning. But if he can get anywhere near what Patrick has done, yeah, Brunson definitely will be in the conversation, but not the conversation that he's the best Knick ever, but the conversation of one of the greatest Knicks ever. Like, to me, that's different. There's only two when you're talking about the greatest Knicks of all time. That's Patrick and Clyde. And Patrick don't got no championship. Brunson could win 5. Your stature, Joey, or Joe Cool, or whatever, your stature ain't there. And that's not even a knock on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brunson is our guy, and we don't win without him. We don't get here without him. And nobody's crazy.
So Clyde is your number 1 or number 2 greatest Knick of all time?
Number 2.
All right. And then after Clyde, Patrick came. Now, Patrick is he transcends just a regular star. He transcends superstar. To me, where sometimes it not outshines, but it levels out your rings. So that's why I said no rings, but he's part of the dream team. You know what I mean? He is Patrick Ewing. He is one of the greatest bigs of all time. He is one of the greatest players of all time. You know what I mean? He's going to be in that top 150, whatever, 25, whatever you want to call it. He's going to be there all time. So that outshines the rings. My only concern for Brunson is, one, he just doesn't have the stardom of a Patrick Ewing.
But that's
so now. Is that in time? Because I don't know the impact Patrick Ewing had straight away. It's a different time today. You know what I mean? So the same way we have these conversations about LeBron, I think it's probably fair because LeBron is getting old now. He's on his way out. To have this conversation about Brunson is, to me, a little bit unfair right now because the way he's on this path as a Knick, it might just outshine his star. Like some things might outshine it.
That's
so if he gets a ring this year and he goes back again, will be.
But it's not about just the ring.
I'm talking about he will be in the conversations. All I'm saying. Now, as this Knicks team, you get a ring. It's been years. What comes down is the winning. You know what I mean? So that's when outside with the ring over the player. Yeah, Patrick Ewing still might be the best Knick of all time. But this team that gets a ring for the amount that they're doing, shout out to David Smith, what Cat is doing and Brunson is doing and everybody in between is doing, Josh Hart, the whole team, this will be the greatest Knick team all time if this ring comes. And they got to get the ring. It can't be just they get to the finals because Patrick did that. They did that.
Right.
Multiple times. I can't remember. You know what I mean?
I mean, but it's the imprint you leave on an organization, on a city, and on the whole body of the NBA. That's what carries to help make you the greatest of all time. And that's just, to me, that's definitely a story for another day because what David Smith is saying about if they could see any of it about the stuff with Cat. If they win a championship with Brunson even on this team, you got to best believe a whole lot of that is shifting over to Cat. But we'll save that for another segment. But you got to give Brunson his due. Nobody's taking away from Brunson's due, and everything is well deserved. But you know, when you say, and again, it's too early, like you said, because when you say Jalen Brunson and you say Patrick Ewing, just the name Patrick Ewing, it does something to you, Knick fan or not.
Space Jam. You know what I mean? I'm talking about he's a superstar. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Space Jam, he's a superstar. Like,
yeah. So, but Brunson, he don't necessarily have to win to be in the conversation. If you win, that adds to it. Like if the Knicks would have won, it would have clearly only been Patrick's team. I don't give a damn who they put on the roster. And then when you go into the greatest Knicks of all time and all the things that went into, like, again, go back to the short-lived stint with Bernard King. You think we had Bernard King for 10 years. He don't get hurt. He's in the conversation. You know, somebody who could have been great, Michael Ray Richardson. You know, it's like he don't get the drug problem. But Brunson is doing it in real time. So you think about it in real time. Oh, this is the best I ever seen. And he's doing it night after night after night after night after night. But again, he also doing it with help. I think what people give Patrick a little bit of leeway because he was going up against David Robinson, Akeem Olajuwon, and holding his own, but he never really had the other guy. You know, by the time he started getting people, he's too old. So in his prime, he didn't really have that. They tried, you know. You get Larry Johnson when he's not grandmama no more. You know what I mean? So you get Allen Houston. To me, that should have been found a way to make that work. Even though he's on his last legs. You know, by that time. So you get Xavier McDaniels. You only have him for 1 year. You know, and Xavier is injured. He wasn't the same Xavier McDaniels that he was in Seattle. So Patrick never really had that. And I think that's part of the lure and the mystique of him. And maybe if he had it, maybe he wouldn't have been as aggressive. So, you know, but Brunson will surely go. He surely will have his due, but it won't be just Brunson. People will have they say. You know, so I don't know what everybody else might feel because Brunson he's not compared to too many people in Knick history. Like, you know, Melo. Had we won, you could say that about Melo. Had we won that in 2013.
Yeah, but see with Melo, and this is my thing. Melo has made it to the playoffs multiple times with the Knicks. He is the superstar, so that outweighs the rings. Do we put Melo as one of the greatest Knicks of all time?
No. I mean, once you
I'm
say
talking about that was a quick no.
What's a quick no because he'll never be number one. Because
I'm talking about we ain't talking about number one. I'm just saying
right. Yeah,
when they say greatest Knicks of all time.
Oh no,
let's just say 1 through 10. Is Melo making the top 10? Even though, remember, Knicks, this is a long Knicks run. Other than Clyde's era with no rings, right?
But we've had some great players, some individual. Because when you look at after the Clyde run, so I'm gonna take y'all back. We had Bob McAdoo in the late '80s, right? Who was playing for Buffalo. Buffalo had an NBA team. They led the league. He led the league in scoring 2 years in a row. And this is a time of prolific scorers. So we get him, and we also pair him with Spencer Haywood. But he's still a high scoring player, right? So now Clyde's about on his way out. The Pearl is on his last leg, and Bob McAdoo is tearing the Knicks up, right? But then it's only really him. Then you're going down to Michael Ray Richardson a few years later, who they call the little mini Magic Johnson, right? He gets a drug problem in New York. But again, he's on the superstardom path. Then he goes down and you get Bernard King. Bernard King is doing stuff nobody's ever done as a Knick as far as scoring, right? Best players in the world, probably the only player we ever had that other teams, everybody on the other team said they don't want to face, right? Then Bernard King gets hurt, then Patrick comes. So after Patrick, it started being a snowball effect of people who could be great. You get Marbury, slightly still in his prime, but not the Marbury that we thought we was going to get.
It was exciting.
Right after the first couple of years. Then it just went south. So, Melo comes, great first couple of years, then it goes south. We had Allen Houston. We had a one-legged Larry Johnson. So Brunson is he's in rare air, then let's put it that way. But he'll never be considered, to me, the number one Knick because he don't have that mystique.
Who won't be considered?
Brunson. He don't got to. Now, could he get it? Right. He's still young. And if he stays here long enough and doing what he's doing, he could get that. At best right now, to me, he has that John Starks thing coming up. That look at him, you're gonna say, okay, that's a Knick. That's a guy that left it all on the floor. But John Starks and Patrick Ewing is two different things, two different levels.
I mean, I honestly feel like if the stars align, and not to jinx it or jump the gun.
All right, David Smith, don't start nothing. Sorry, Cat over Melo. I'm a Jersey guy. Cat, my guy.
I was gonna say,
and I'm rooting for Cat. Brunson over Melo.
David, we appreciate the love and the comments. Keep it going. I'm reading your comments as I'm listening to him. Listen, we don't do no Melo slander. I love Cat. I love Melo. I love Brunson. We ain't gonna put them all against each other.
Anybody from Jersey.
Just conversation. You know what I mean? And who we prefer, Pistons over Cavs. I think we talked about it. Whatever the chips fall. You know what I mean? Is who we're gonna take is end up. Y'all can go back to the beginning of the show and we talked about it. You know what I mean? Not to bring it up again, but
we could bring it up again real quick that as much as everybody want to see the Knicks Pistons. I do too. I want to see that real bad, but we chasing history and legacy. So if we could get home court advantage, again, it ain't up to us, then we have to take it. And for other reasons that we talk about in the Midwest, there's no home court advantage for us in Detroit. Like it is, the other South teams.
But yeah, this is definitely not 4 home games. This is going to be 2 home, 2 away games, tough series. They're going to be a little tired. I think we're going to have to watch it tonight, though. Whatever, to see how they play, what's it looking like. They're leaving it all on the court. They're going to be beat up. How Harden is looking. Is he going to be the same Harden as always? Or is he going to overcome this? We don't know. But just back to the conversation. Greatest Knick of all time. I'm just still stuck on the side of it's too early, but he's on a rocket trajectory of being one of the greatest Knicks of all time.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I think what comes with, and I think I said this when we first got Brunson. And you know what, Dave, I don't want to leave Cat out the conversation because I think it's going to be unfair to leave Cat out why Brunson is on the trajectory.
Yep.
But when it comes down to Brunson, Cat is already a superstar. So whether Cat is the greatest Nick of all, he's going to be one of the greatest bigs. He's going to be in that conversation of
one
greatest
of the
bigs
greatest bigs
of
we ever
all
had.
time. So
Yeah.
there's nothing you can take away from Cat. Cat is already in the league as one of the best, right? Brunson's the new kid on the block. Still. And Cat, he might go down as one of the greatest Timberwolves of all time already. You know what I mean? Now that he left. So when he retires, we don't know if he retires as both. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be a wolf. A wolf. Whatever you want. Wolf. I don't know. Timberwolf. He's going to be one of them. But for Brunson, we got to give it time. Now, greatest team, if they keep doing this, this might be the best Knicks team of all time. I don't want to hear it.
All right, let's
If
see.
we get a ring, this is gonna be fun. Villanova, OG, Cat, Mitch, he gonna have to be in the conversation too. Though he's not scoring, his defensive presence makes him a part of the conversation no matter what.
Well, you know how one thing is gonna tell me if this gonna go down as one of the greatest teams, because if anybody's old enough to remember '94, right? We playing Indiana, the last game, the game that sent us to the championship. That's the feeling I would like to be able to duplicate. And that feeling was more than in the championship. Now, there was some games in the championship made me want to rip my heart out. But the game that took us to the finals was like that was the breath of air right there that we didn't have. When Patrick Ewing jumped up on that table and spread his arms out, when we was going to the championship for the first time in how many years, to me, that I would like to have that feeling back. So now to win the championship, I don't know what that feel like. Because again, 70, 73 championships, I'm a little kid. But I know, but in '94.
So both our lifetimes?
Well, they won in my lifetime. I'm just saying, I only know about the Knicks in my neighborhood because of the older guys. Like I had a lot of guys next door to me. They graduated high school in '73.
And and now that you bring that up, I was trying to say, I was talking to a lady at work, and she was talking about those years with Patrick Ewing, and when I guess we got to the finals, that was what was that? 96?
No, 94 and 99.
And 90, I was 9. I don't even remember him screaming and yelling if that wasn't even a thing. You know what I mean? I don't remember any of that in 99. You know what I mean? So all I remember now is
remember?
I was 9. I don't remember nothing.
You was 9 in 99 when Allen Houston hit that shot against Miami.
I don't remember being in the living room. I don't remember being at the bar I don't remember nothing. I don't know where we was at. Where we
trying
was
to tell
watching
people I had you at a bar? What you trying to do?
Oh, my bad. Older now. It's over now. Can't get in trouble now.
Right after Allen hit that shot in 99 against Miami that took us to the next round. And then I took y'all out to the park. And when I took y'all out to the park, somebody was out there watching the game with a TV. When I took you and Nene out to the park. And then everybody was out there watching it.
It was good pops like that, man.
Hey, get my dude. Put me in the greatest father of all time. Let me stop. But yeah, it was and in my lifetime, what they gave us in '94, it wasn't the exact same feeling for me in '99 as it was in '94 because we done it. And who's to say what would happen if Patrick gets to play? But yeah, this feeling to go to the championship, that's what means a lot. You want to win it, but just knowing that you're going, that's the best night of your life. And then you go through the grind of trying to win it and the emotions. Yeah. So is Brunson it? We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, I think Brunson's gonna be that guy, man. And to bring it back before we got to David's comments, with Brunson is I think the NBA or the Knicks or somebody trying. You know what I mean? With the promotion, with the stuff with Nike, with, you know what I mean, having his face everywhere. They're trying. And he is trying. When we first got him, he was quiet. You remember? I said for him to transcend stardom, he has to be more people friendly, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the fans gotta love him. You know what I mean? He got the hand gestures and all that, so he has that. I think it's just a little bit more, and I think the ring will help it because Kawhi don't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like if I can compare the two, Kawhi hasn't won nothing since, but he's still in stardom.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. He just does corny stuff all day. You know what I mean? He doesn't really do anything.
And his body of work will always, solidify him in that category.
So that's what the ring gets him. So will he be the greatest Raptor of all time? I don't know.
For 1 year.
Or did he win one in the Spurs with the Spurs?
Yeah.
Would he be one of the greatest Spurs of all time? No. Even though he got one over there. So like I said, I think it got to be an accumulation of things, and Brunson is on that. It's on a rocket right now.
Yeah, I give you that.
You know what I mean? Last topic of today. The draft is coming up. Or is it coming up or we getting to that time?
Yeah, it's coming in June.
In June. So
teams are interviewing players.
Yeah. So I don't really never like this until after the season is over. I feel like this is a jinx. But do we draft, keep, or is it verse going out and getting more veterans to try to understand what the Knicks is doing? Take it away.
Yeah, to me, that's what makes that interesting to me when the topics keep coming up is that every year with the veterans, we plug a hole. We go get a veteran, we plug a hole. Okay, so that's something that this management seems to value, right? Because they say that the management, they want to keep this train going no matter what, right? They don't want to fall off no matter what happens this year. So then you have your draftees from the past couple of years that we're developing, but they not getting like we have somebody on our roster now, a young draftee that play every position. Like you go down every position on our roster. We got a point guard, 2 guard, a 3, 4, and a 5. And took Porty's the 5, right? So at some point, developing them, we got to put them in there, give them that opportunity. But sometimes they don't get the opportunity because we go out and we get a veteran, right? So now they're talking about the draft this year. There's supposed to be a guy from Duke, supposed to be a real sharpshooter that the Knicks is eyeing. They bring a lot of people in, but it's supposed to be a guy that's supposed to solve all their problems and get out of what's the name? Shadow that went to the Cavs. Went to the Mavericks. Flags, Shadow, supposed to be a sharpshooter. Yeah, supposed to be a sharpshooter that's in Duke now. But it's always somebody, and anybody you can get. If you can get a sharpshooter, get a sharpshooter. But get a sharpshooter and play him. You know my theory. When you draft somebody or trade with somebody, play them for what you got them for. Like remember Beasley was talking about how NBA don't develop a lot of their players. And he said, everybody knows I can score, but they tell me only play defense, only hustle for rebounds. And that's kind of what the Knicks find themselves in sometimes. So it's threefold. It's the draftees that we got, right? What do we do with them? The draftees that we're going to get this year, and then they're going to always go out and get another veteran. They always feel the need to grab a veteran. So now 3 people fighting for one thing, 3 categories fighting for one thing. Because unless you break your whole team up, which they would never do that, then
and the only veterans I can think of. I know the conversation when we was going on that slump back in January or before was if the Knicks don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or maybe even the finals, do we just go get Giannis? And as bad as they was playing, it was looking like an option. You know what I mean? Like, do we trade Cat? Do we give up these players for him? Does he play with Brunson? Does he? But now how the team is looking now, and now that finally everything is gelling and clicking, do y'all really want to mess that up? And to say veterans don't mean you go get superstar veteran. But what else with this team right now? What else could you possibly want? The only thing to get better to me is to keep what you have. It may be if that's not working. Hold on, David. Don't get scared. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, brother. I knew you was gonna say something. But what I'm saying is you keep what you have. Right? Hakporti was my favorite going into the year. But maybe you draft another big to keep Hakporti on his toes. You might lose Mitch, right? That's how I think teams, not only the Knicks, should look at the draft now. People just try to draft the best player. You're going to draft the best shooter. You're not even doing what you're supposed to do. Not saying Shaman's not playing well now, but you're not even doing what you're supposed to do with Shaman. So you're going to go draft a shooter when you already got Kolek, you got Deuce, and you got Shaman. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I hate about when it comes down to time for draft time, especially with the Knicks. Like, don't just go drafting anything. Draft, like, Diawara got to get a shot.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? If not this series, at some point, he got to just get some shining. Not in just the garbage minutes.
Well, we're going to see how they value him because...
What was your favorite? Pacome Dadier?
Yeah, but that was short-lived. He nowhere near my favorite no more.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's not playing bad when he comes in. In the garbage minutes, he's the one scoring.
Yeah, but not his fault that he don't get the opportunity, but certain things to me, when he had a little opportunity, you got to grab it. And then I was about to say something crazy. See,
what is that?
No, you got to grab it when them opportunities come because of the position that he plays. You sandwich between Josh Hart, OG, and what's the name? So you don't got time to wait when you out there. You got to seize the moment. So his shit may have passed, unless we did some type of a trade. But Diarra got to, smart money say Diarra got to play. But if you're going to get a shooter to me, I'm not mad at, because this is the NBA now shooting. But get a shooter like Con Knipple, like somebody who know I'm a shooter. And much as I love Shamet, but I only want Shamet to shoot. I don't care that you can make a play. I don't care that you could drive to the basket. I just want you shooting threes.
And I like that it's in his bag, though.
No, of course. Because they run you off the line.
The thing about Shamet is he filled that void of Dante DiVincenzo. You know what I mean? So when we was worried about who's going to do that, Shamet does it. Now, does he play as much as him? No.
And he's not looked for as much as him either.
Yeah, but he always finds a way to get the ball.
Yeah, but that's not
in certain situations. Yeah, I'm saying it's not fair, but
because Brunson looked for DiVincenzo, being his boy, he looked for him. DiVincenzo knew with Brunson, I could set my man up to come off a screen or come off a fade, and the ball going to be weighted for me to be there. The ball's going to be there. Like Brunson's going to wait. He's not waiting for Shamet. Shamet, he can move in Brunson's line of sight on the drive, but all that goes back to is when they said rumored that coach had a talk with Brunson after game 3, other players taking credit for it and said that we're gonna, the ball got to move. We're gonna go through Cat a little bit more. And Brunson, being the leader that he is, understanding the big picture, supposedly, says whatever it takes to win. And everybody's playing better since then. And that's what you have to do. You got to tweak your offense. Now, does that work in this series? We don't know, because if it is Detroit's bigs are not going to let Cat stand out there on the perimeter, hold that ball out, and then try to pick people off. They're just not going to allow you to do that. They're going to push you. They're going to bang you. You're not going to be just stand out there and just wait for somebody to cut and throw it. So Cat will have a different thing if it's the Pistons. But again, you tweak it to that.
So does the rotation change if it's the Pistons or Cleveland?
I think it do. I think if it's the Pistons, I got a feeling we running more of our guys down to the ground. I think they're going to try to leave it all on the line if it's the Pistons, which I believe everybody still should play because it's going to be physical, but it's going to be harder to get into a rhythm. Our guys off the bench if it's the Pistons. So now if you're down 3 or down 5, when the normal substitution comes, will coach trust that?
You said is Cat now the best quarterback in NY. He might be.
That's right. I ain't mad at that.
I ain't gonna lie. With Cat, the funny thing about Cat is I always say, when you in the park playing basketball, and you know you got people on your team that can just handle it, and you've been in the park all day, you talk mess and you usually just hold the ball out there like that and be like, yo, go ahead, do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead. I don't mind getting assists. I don't gotta score this game. You know what I mean? And then it clicks on sometimes and it says I gotta score. I feel like that's what Cat is doing. I don't know if he heard us.
Well, they said the coach went to him with that. They said
sometimes you gotta have fun.
Yeah, but again, we talking about the best quarterback in New York. Now look at this. When a quarterback is in practice, they got the red penny on. You can't hit them. So they can pick people apart. And that's kind of like what it's been for Cat in this series. Now, if it's got to be Detroit, which assumptions say it might be Detroit, they not going to allow you to stand out there and pose and wait for that backdoor cut, right? They're going to have bodies on you. They're going to be doing physical things, and Cat has the ability to put it on the floor, which makes him will be a great scrambling quarterback, if that's the analogy we're going to go with. But it's not going to be the same. It definitely won't be the same. And if anybody think that's going to be the same, then we ain't watching the same teams this year, because Detroit is not going to allow you. Now, Cleveland might allow Cat to sit back there and pick people apart, but Detroit definitely ain't going to do it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think either team's got to have a choice.
But as far as
I think when it comes to the Knicks, I don't know if I think the starters are going to be in the game way longer.
Yeah. So that's it.
I don't think
should they? No, I don't know.
I think what makes it hard for the other teams, I don't even want to jinx it. You said it, a scramble quick QB. I said I don't think what I was gonna say.
You said the starters are being longer, but
the starters being longer, and I don't think we're gonna get in much foul trouble as we did with the Sixers. That's their thing.
Well, it depends on how they're gonna call it. It's gonna be a way more physical series.
OKC is gonna be a lot of foul trouble, so the rotation gonna look more like the Sixers. In my brain, you know what I mean. Shea Gilgeous is gonna get them stupid behind calls that nobody like, that we also benefit from sometimes. It's gonna be a lot of that back and forth. Now, as long as we doing it to them, I don't care. If it's Cleveland, I think we get a lot more of those, because Josh Hart now goes to the paint with these two bigs. Does Cleveland play both of their bigs?
Yeah.
At the same time, or do they?
No,
because last time they played us, they came with the bench. We don't play ours.
They always start both their bigs.
That's what I'm saying. We don't play it. I don't remember them doing the last time.
Yeah,
or maybe one of them was hurt.
Excuse me. That could have been it.
But that can be trouble for them. And now with Pistons, I was trying to look up they bench. I don't know if they bench. If they get in foul trouble, I don't know if they bench can handle it.
See, their Pistons have a bench. Their thing is, since Cade came back, Cade's on a one-man wrecking crew. So that's to our advantage. That Cade is going to try to make up for the time he missed. And he's going to try. Remember, they remember what we did to them last year, and they felt like we robbed them, which I never understood that philosophy from them, that we robbed them in the playoffs last year, that we got away. No, y'all was the physical team. So now we coming back. Everybody going to know.
And we was hurt last year.
Yeah. So we coming back. Basically, everybody got the same roster, give or take a few little things here and there. But we have a better bench than we did last year. We have a more trusted bench.
Better team.
Yeah, better overall team. And like we said last week, Cat and Brunson have a connection they didn't have last year.
Now maybe we would have better coach.
Well, we probably would have still got there. He's better. No, he's better. He's better because he's listening to the players. And we talked earlier about when you had some question about before the show about him being a nerd.
Oh yeah,
about Coach Brown being a nerd.
Yeah, we was scouring the internet and just listening to him talk.
Yeah,
I'm like, is Coach Brown a nerd? Because he never has like Thibodeau had that serious demeanor. Yeah. He's always joking and moving his glasses up, and I don't know.
Yeah, but I tell you, my reason is that even though he's been a head coach several times, to me, he's a lifelong assistant coach, really, Brown. And guys like him, they know this is their job. They want to win a championship. You want to win, but he always going to have a job. He's that, and he knows that, and he plays to that. That I have to feed my family for the rest of my life, and I got to have a job, and I want to be in and around the NBA. So he don't make no enemies nowhere. He's cordial because he know if this don't work out, you fire me, which is gonna happen at some point. Within 2-3 weeks, I'm on somebody else's payroll as an assistant, as an advisor. This is him, and there's a whole lot of guys. Phil Handy and what's the one sitting on Philly that runs the summer leagues? Not summer leagues, but the summer trainings. Like there's a whole lot of guys in the NBA. Even though they may become an assistant coach, they really lifelong assistants. They may become a head coach because they know what they got to do to survive. And being mean and being stern, that ain't gonna keep me working.
And it's funny that you say that because my favorite coach before I'm gonna say Thibodeau wasn't bad. Before that was was it Mike Brown? Not Mike Brown. I mean, what does it do with the bid? Because he was assistant, right?
Damn, I can't think
what
of
was his name.
I know
y'all?
talking about Woody.
Oh yeah, Mike Woodson. He was my favorite. I forgot who we had before him. Because there was one coach I hated. He went to Phoenix, I think.
D'Antoni?
I hated D'Antoni.
Yeah, he came from Phoenix.
Because with D'Antoni was his theory when you was telling it to me, it was like no duh. But now how you gonna get that off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that whole run, what team puts up the most points. And I feel like that whole theory messed up the NBA. Whatever team he had where it was working with him, that don't mean it works with every team. You know what I mean? So now when we got Woodson after a while, and they said they didn't know how long he was going to be coach, I like that he was doing things that we was thinking of. We could never inbound the ball. Under Mike Woodson, the inbound plays was flawless.
Yeah.
I don't think it took us too long to inbound the ball. Now we back to that. Like, we can't inbound the ball. Not to say anything bad right now, but
this year has been better. This has been our better year of inbounding the ball. Yeah. So, but I like Mike Brown too.
No, I do like Mike Brown.
I liked him too. I mean, he was a throwback coach. He'd been a head coach before. He was a head coach in Atlanta and somewhere else, but he's an awesome assistant.
Now, I do like Mike Brown for this reason. It was getting a little shaky when he was straying away from what he was doing. You know what I mean? Almost like he was listening too much. I don't know how much the front office has on Mike Brown or what. I don't even know what's the Knicks theory on why we playing like this. Because it almost seems like they're listening.
Yeah, but this front office didn't have Mike Brown. I mean, this didn't have Woody, rather. The old front office was more like, Perry and them. They was more like trusted process, right? But we had people that wasn't real. There was management, but not on the basketball side, on the business side. So now we got people who are on the basketball side, and they want to win, and they know what it takes to get the right kind of people because they have the relationships and they understand the cap. The one thing I did like about Isaiah Thomas, even though he had some bad records, he kept his cap guy with him 24 hours a day. So anything he thought of, any deal, remember Isaiah, he had players coming in revolving door because he kept that capologist by his side. So if he thought a deal could work, give me the numbers real quick. Okay, make it happen or don't make it happen. But this team, I'm glad that this management had the chance to go through the motions. Remember, after their first 2 years, it was said that if they don't do something soon, they out of there. Because we thought they was going to come in and bring in the top stars right away because everybody was like creative artist management. So we thought he was going to pull all them people in there, and that didn't happen like that. So they built this team the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
So and we love it. Yeah.
I can't complain about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, if y'all just joining us, we appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell somebody.
I mean, so we can be on that trajectory up like Brunson and Cat. Come on now, David, tell somebody.
Can I be Cat fan? Can I be Cat?
I'll be Brunson.
I got the all-around game, so I'll be Cat.
Oh, now. Listen, y'all. The Knicks would have hired me. We'd have had 3 rings of it.
Look, we're gonna take it out to the park to do one of the shows so y'all can see who got it and who don't.
He all right.
Then y'all can see.
He ain't better than
3-point contest.
3-point free throw.
The old dog gonna win, of course.
Listen, Knicks don't be hitting their free throws. I'm gonna show them how to hit the free throw.
Yeah,
I don't miss.
You know what? And that's funny that the Knicks, right? We leaving too many free throws. And the next series is gonna be more physical if it's Detroit. We can't afford to leave them 5, 6, 7 free throws out there.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So right now, all this time we have,
they've been doing better.
This is what they got to be doing, working on little things.
No more hack and Mitch. I don't think that's gonna happen. They don't got enough players to be sitting there doing hack and Mitch.
But their big men might be too prideful.
But Mitch, if you need to hit your free throws, call your boy. I got you.
Holler at the right one.
I mean, 3-pointers, I ain't got no trouble with that. I'm gonna leave y'all alone with that one. What they shooting, like 50, 53?
I don't know what they shoot.
50%, 50-something%, above 50%. Damn near 60.
It's almost breakfast time, y'all.
And listen.
It's almost brunch time.
Listen, like I said, hit that like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna see y'all in the next one. Let us know in the comments what's more important to y'all, Philly or Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland or Detroit.
And is Brunson the greatest nigga of all time after this? Talk to me. Let me know what y'all think. And David, I'm gonna hold you. I mean, go ahead and tell your cousins and everybody. Come follow us, man.
Yeah.
And move. Yeah. I don't know your name. How to say that.
Musaka. Oh, I didn't even try.
I'll tell your cousins and them. Follow us, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all in the next one.
Appreciate you.
Peace.